Hello, football enthusiasts. Welcome to Blaqsport. We are here in March Day 18 as we take you through what is happening in African Cup of Nations right there in Cote d'Ivoire. South Africa and Ivory Coast are through to the semi-finals. I am your host, Insonet Uche, and with me here is...
EKWise. Thank you for inviting me.
EKWise, you know this is the final quarter-finals matches being concluded today. And surprisingly, South Africa escaped the hands of Cape Verde, and really we're now in semi-finals. And you have the other match, Ivory Coast came from behind to also get a stake in the semi-finals. Okay, before we dive into all this, like I normally do, how will you now rate the games of the quarterfinals now that we have concluded all the whole matches?
Rating the games in its entirety, I mean, it's still one of the best AFCONs. It's not one of, this is the best AFCON I've watched. I've watched loads of AFCON since I started following football. I've watched a lot of them. This is the best AFCON.
Yeah.
The surprises don't stop.
They don't.
I mean, like today, okay, I mean, we spoke about yesterday's game. Yeah. That was astonishing as well. So like today, I wrote off Ivory Coast when they got a red card in the first half. I wrote them off. But I mean, they just keep surprising me.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, the scoreline between Mali and Ivory Coast is 1-2. So which means in favor of Ivory Coast winning this game by 2-1, despite coming from behind. Just like EKWise is saying, the Malians had an early lead in this game, a red card in the first half. They were not able to hold on to the 10-man in this game, and now they had an early lead again in the second half, which they could not hold on till the rest of the game, only for Ivory Coast to equalize at the 90th minute and also win at the extra time of the 30 minutes given. Oh my God, this is just what we call upset upon upset.
I mean, I don't know, would you call that home advantage? Yes,
I will, because if you look at this game, despite the fact that if you watch after the red card in the second half, they outplayed the Ivorians. I know they already one man down, it's obvious expected, but they really outplayed them. At that point, that is when I expected the Malians to take the win, which they did, but they were not able to hold on to that 1-goal lead. I'm keep saying, why you're on 1-goal lead and you are still doing as if you're defending? These guys are taking the attacks to you. They were not able to stabilize the situation, to stabilize the pressure, and also put him out. You already have the advantage. Put in more bodies. Keep them there and try to give them more 2 goals. And it's really disappointing to see them lose that 3 points, even in the extra time. And they will even have to go all the way to two man down.
But though that was after the guy has scored the goal, took off his shirt and got the second yellow card.
Exactly.
Yes. So I just feel that the Malians, as I would call them, they did not really know what they were doing.
They were playing good football though.
Yes. No, not in that aspect. What I'm saying is, you had a clear advantage.
Yes.
Okay. When the game started, they were supposed to get a penalty because it was a clear handball. And when they now went to have a look at the VAR, they now discovered that okay, it was actually offside. They disallowed the penalty.
Yeah.
Few minutes later, they had a penalty. You missed the penalty. Few minutes later,
they got a red card. Yeah.
They were a man down.
Yeah.
And you could not take the game to them.
That's disappointing, honestly.
So I mean, after they got a lead in the second half, they were trying to just sit deep and defend. And Ivory Coast, with the support of the fans, the support has really been massive coming from the Ivorian fans. They fill up the stadium to the brim. I mean, I look at the stadium and all I'm saying is orange, yes. 360 degrees around the stadium.
Yes.
They really came out in numbers to give support to the players. Not as if the Ivorians were brilliant. I mean, I watched the game from beginning to the end. Even when they did not have a red card, they were not that
we played them. We already know how they play. So,
yeah. So they were not that super. Casey was just trying to show his individual brilliance. Fofana as well was trying to really push.
Fofana sometimes he was actually losing some games, some balls.
Yeah, he was losing some balls because
he was
as well. Tired. And he was also trying to drive the ball too much. So he's really tall. So by the time he raises his head up, before you know it, he's falling. I don't understand what happened to Fofana today, but he still played full time.
Yeah. I was wanting to put him out, but because he
has that ginger. If you observe the last game where they won in penalties, he was the one that was actually spurring up the fans to keep bringing the energy, on the energy.
Against Nigeria, even though he was so tired, you see the frustration, but he kept pushing.
Yeah, really.
You see that in him.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, if they took off Fofana, Ivory Coast wouldn't have won the game at the 120th minute when they won, because he was the one that played the shot. It was a corner. He now played the shot where the other player now gave the back. And it was super. It was really super. I'm happy the Ivorians won, because that way the stadium will still be full.
Yeah,
you understand. So we have the audience that we need, and the spectators will keep coming in. So I just want to look out for the next game, and also just to round up in terms of the Ivory Coast game.
Yeah,
the Malians were really upset with the referee.
Yes.
Yeah, because when they considered the second goal, they also tried to force the attack.
Exactly.
They had a corner which the referee should have given, but he blew full time.
I don't know why, and that is why we have those kind of altercations. We have all those infringements. We did losing, and we had a corner kick. The least we could do is give us that chance.
Let the ball get to the center before you now call it quits.
So it's as if you're on an agenda to make it okay. Fine, it's a wrap. No, yeah, I get the point. Is on, although all these is still at the discretion of the referee.
It was even past the stoppage time.
Yes.
It was past the additional time.
Exactly.
You understand? So it has the referee's discretion, but I just felt he should have used his intuition to give them the corner.
Yes, I remember one time Arsenal was having the match. I forgot who they were playing against, and they had a corner kick against them. It was a draw game, so the other opponent were trying to score, equalize, but keeper was already out, and the ball came out only for the Arsenal player to be running only you at the post. You are almost running towards the line. The referee blew the ball. So what is your intention? You don't want them to score. So
you have ulterior motive.
You were happy extending the game, the hour, the minutes when they were in Arsenal's box, running around. Hey, okay, you're happy, but immediately
they had a counter attack.
As an advantage, the goalkeeper is not there. Nobody is there. Everywhere was scattered. I swear.
I know. It's really annoying. Honestly. Even the referee actually gave a red card to one of the players, but it doesn't matter. The tournament is over. They're out. The red card doesn't count anymore. Next tournament, we start on a clean slate. So
exactly,
it's done.
I know. There's something I know about the referees. Yes, you're there to do to command the tempo of the game. What I mean by that is there's some things you need to do to avoid some things going out of place. For example, most times when you leave all these play on, advantage, you leave an advantage, or you saw a foul you meant to blow, you didn't. That will create a motive for the next player to go again. You see, you're not, because you didn't do one thing right, it will
affect your judgment
for the next and next. And before you have a couple of altercations now, they're not waiting for all the players know they did something wrong, but they're looking at you to know how you're going to decide on this. Because if you go and they ask you now, what happened to this?
The other one.
So they put you in a box. So you know to avoid all those things. Try not to take things too far.
Yeah, so that was it. I just felt that he should have given them the
leave the ball to them.
Even if it led to a goal, that's none of your business.
Exactly.
So your job is to blow the whistle.
Blow the whistle. Avoid these things from happening by doing. Let them play.
I mean, it's done.
It's done.
Let's head to the next game.
Okay, let's have the next game, which is one of the drama of this today's game, which is between Cape and South Africa, ending on a goalless 90 minutes, and they went over to 30 minutes extra time, and it still went on a goalless scoreline. But a lot changed when they actually went on the penalty shootout.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? First of all, what do you take on the actual match, on the performance of both teams?
So the keeper, the performance in terms of the game itself,
Yeah.
it was really a tense game because both teams were really taking the game to each other's half.
Yeah.
One moment the ball was in the South African half, the next moment it was in the Cape Verdean half. They were just trying to go at heads with each other, trying to shoot as much as possible, trying to penetrate the boxes, playing very brilliant football. The Cape Verde players were very, very brilliant today.
Yeah.
They have been awesome. Their style of play is great, just that they really lack that finishing, that final finishing, where they could have killed the game. Cape Verde should have killed this game way before they got into extra time. You understand? So they really let the South Africans get on them. The South Africans too were brilliant. Just that their midfield transition was nice and neat, but when it got to the final third, they were not also converting. Cape Verde had the best chances.
Yeah,
they had the best chances.
They are favourite to win this game, though.
We're
favourite to be favourite to win this game.
Definitely. So they hit the post, but I really want to give a shout out to the South African keeper because he has made loads of saves.
Williams is
in full time.
Yeah.
Williams made loads of saves in full time, so I really give him kudos, as well as the Cape Verde keeper as well. He's been awesome as well. He made some saves during the full time of play, so I really give them kudos. It was a tense game.
Yeah.
Straight down to the semifinal, to the penalties. The Cape Verde guys lacked experience in terms of playing their penalties.
Yes.
I just feel they were not clinical enough in terms of taking their play. Though I'm not taking away the awesomeness of the.
Oh no! You know what? Rowan Williams has shown class. Someone playing for the
Sundowns.
Mamelodi Sundowns. You can understand that he's 32 years of age, by the way. So he's actually put in the work. He put in some experience. And if you want the way he was taking this penalty,
I think he's the highest capped player in South Africa, over 70 caps.
Wow, you see?
He's a captain, and he looks very young. He looks younger than his age. I'm like, this guy 32.
If you watch his technique, which is usually rare, we see these days, is keepers that follow the ball. We don't see that. This is an African thing, yes, but we don't see these modern keepers, African keepers doing that. It was only the old keeper. Anyway, he's an OG goalkeeper, so he's expected to do that. OG goalkeepers in Africa, they flow the ball. What do they do? These days, they
will tell you, jump to one side.
That's the European standard.
They tell you, they say pick a side.
Pick a side and jump. Pick a side and jump. And if you watch what Williams was doing today, he followed. He was
the one they scored him went through because it was a powerful shot.
That guy was serious. He took that to the next level.
Yeah, because he has 3 of his teammates miss, so why not?
And he doesn't jump until you kick. That shows he's looking at the ball.
Yeah, I mean,
he waits, you kick, he goes, he gets it, he kicks, he goes. So to show that he follows the ball, these what we know, how we know that an OG goalkeepers these days, they'll tell you pick a side.
He made wonderful saves.
And even when he was, to show that he was really picking them, he went this way, caught all of them, and when you change, he still went to those same chances.
Initially, when 3 of the Cape Verdeans missed on the right side, I was like,
he was just jumping. No.
But no. The other 2 penalties came to the left. He went there.
Exactly.
One went in and he saved one.
He saved one. So he was even playing the game. He was saying he doesn't move until you kick the ball. He's looking at the ball movement. He's very risky in some that any keeper who flows the ball, if they kick that ball really short, really well, you won't get it. That's what the advantage. But if you don't kick the ball very well,
the keeper will go
get it. And that does it. I don't know, maybe they were not training for penalties.
I don't think they did, because if they did, they would have played better penalties. They did not.
But both Bafana did not even do well.
They didn't do well.
This game earlier on.
They scored the first one, missed 2, scored again, and that was it. They scored. I mean, how can you end the penalty 2-1 penalty of 5?
I'm telling you,
you ended with 2-1.
You were just losing.
The keeper saved 4 penalties. Like how? 4. I mean, he's a hero of the day. He has kept several clean sheets before.
Not just 1, not 2, not 3, 4 good.
Yeah. He has kept clean sheets from the group stages, I think. How many?
He kept like 4 clean sheets. 4 clean sheets. I've kept 4 clean sheets in this
coming here. So it's easy. He's really doing a wonderful job. He's good. So we just give him his flowers.
Okay, so this now brings us to the draw for the semi-final. So we have Nigeria and South Africa, that is the battle of the Amampiano.
Yes.
So right now it's time to clear that fact. Who really owns the Amampiano? I know they will say South Africa, but man, you can't own something when we use it more.
Yeah, true. Because they argue that it's originated from them.
No doubt, nobody's taking that away from you.
I'm not really surprised because other countries claim they started jollof, they claim they started they plant Cameroon pepper, they do this, but now it's proven and tested that we own jollof.
Yes,
we own You've taken the Cameroon pepper from the Cameroon.
Yes, of course we don't use it.
We are now even producing Ghana must go back in Nigeria. So we own everything. Afrobeat, we own them all. Yeah. So it's just Amapiano that they were like, we own this. So on Wednesday, 5 p.m. UK time, we'll be able to decide who actually owns Amapiano. You guys will bring DJ Maforisa to the stadium to help you guys out.
It's going to be a very, very interesting match to watch. I will have the next one, which is Ivory Coast and Congo DR. Wow. You know what? Starting this game earlier in January 13th, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't see that it's going to end up having the last four being Nigeria, South Africa, Ivory Coast, and Congo without having Senegal in it. I never knew this day would come without Senegal in this last four.
Yeah, I mean, the top 5 teams in CAF, the AFCON top ranked teams are all gone
out.
So it's the AFCON of surprise.
Definitely full of it. And having this game now before I come to Nigerians decision in terms of Amapiano, who owns it. Ivory Coast and Congo DR. What do you think?
Tough game. What? Very tough game. From the games I've watched so far, I know I've watched the Congo guys play. I've also watched the Ivorians play. The Congo guys would outplay Ivory Coast. I don't know about their conversion, if they will convert up front, but in terms of the game play, trust me, they will outplay Ivory Coast. Okay. You're going to see. Well, just watch out.
And with the red card they already have one man down. So some of
the Ivorian players are not going to play the semifinals because I think for someone like Sejore, he has the second yellow now, so he's going to miss the semifinals. So they've got some players that would not be able to play the red cards and also the double yellow cards that they've had. So it's really going to affect them. Yeah. I see Congo performing wonders, and you know, if AFCON of surprise, this is AFCON of surprise. So anything can happen. I really see Congo going all the way out. But I mean, Ivory Coast actually has the advantage of playing on home soil, so let's see how that's going to help them. If this tournament was held outside Ivory Coast, I would tip Congo to win. Okay. So we're looking at having home advantage here. Yeah, the home advantage.
Yeah, especially with the whole crowd. I'm surprised Super Eagles were able to take a win from that whole massive crowd. So and time will tell. We'll see what's going to happen. Now that brings me to the next prediction we have for tonight, and that is the Amapiano guys. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so you have Nigeria and South Africa. You know, earlier in this tournament, when we started earlier, we wrote South Africa completely off because their first game they weren't brilliant. So we wrote them up. We even thought they wouldn't even qualify from the group, and they've actually turned things around. And now they're in the last four. This shows a whole lot of commitment, a whole lot of focus, and internally motivated to actually get this far. So we give them all the kudos and all the accolades and flowers for being in this stage. Now, what do you think, Ike-wise, is going to be the prediction or the outcome of this? I know where you're going to swing, but I just want you to be objective in this.
I give kudos to the South Africans. They have really done an amazing job as well, coming from the group stages down here to where they are. I mean, every good thing has to come to an end.
Yeah, I like that.
You understand? So, from all fronts, the South Africans are not met with Nigeria. They have not progressed to the semi-final. The last time they touched the semi-finals was in the year 2000.
Wow, yeah.
So they've not touched. They don't know what the semi-final looks like. Meanwhile, between 2000 and now, Nigeria Nigeria has participated in 19 AFCONs and played 15 semi-finals. That's a record.
That's a record on its own.
That's a record on its own. I think we've won third place, like 3 or 4 or 5 third place between 2000 and now.
Is our
yeah,
because
I know Jojo Kucha has won at least 4 third place.
Chukwueze has a third place. So. Chukwueze have a third place.
Yeah. I know he has. He was in that team.
Chukwueze have a third place. Third place now we get them.
Yeah,
if we count them now, you know, say we have with the highest people, we have third place.
That's the reason why Nigeria should never settle for third place and never settle for less anymore.
I'm telling you.
Once you get through to the semi-finals, you need to get all the way to the finals. You know, you don't need to be complacent. But my own prediction is that Nigeria will definitely devour the South Africans. Might be 1-0, might be 2-0, but the South Africans will not find the back of the post in terms of scoring the Super Eagles. They will not be able to score a goal during normal time. But with what I've seen, the performance I've seen today with their goalkeeper Williams, Nigeria should never think of going through to penalties with them.
Okay.
So we need to kill the game within 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Nigeria has not gone through to penalties round of 16, quarterfinals.
Yeah.
So I don't see them going through to penalties in the semis.
So this is going to be a very tough match, and I know Nigeria in this last 4 is one of the most is the favorite right now to win this tournament. Everybody is already crystal now, but it now depends if the boys can take it to the next level. It's not going to be an easy one. We expect everybody to be on top of their game. Osimhen is already showing world-class performance. He's a threat to all the defenders. Everybody, you need to be worried about Osimhen, and that gives room for other players to play in and have their conversion because he's already been marked like 2, so that gives you another advantage. So if we should also be clinical to convert all our chances and not to be complacent with it, I see Super Eagles winning. But if we still play on the routine of missing chances, waiting that opportunity comes always but every day,
that's what we should do.
That is going to be a really bad bite at our back because it will come back to haunt you. When you miss clear opportunities, thinking the one is becoming,
it might not come every time.
It might not come every time. You may end up this game have only one clear-cut chance, and if you don't take it, you see yourself in penalties, or even you lose the game.
They might get one chance and convert it.
And they want it to the end of the game.
Yeah, once they convert their own chance, you're gone because they will lock their back for.
And you'll be struggling, and you'll be making some chance, and before you know it,
you're making effort, you sweat. Before you know, you go for cooling break, come back, you try another. Before you know, half time. Before you know, the match is over.
Besides, this has been our game plan. We should allow any team still our game plan. At this time, I believe their formation will be really studied because we have been consistent with a pattern since group stage, round 16, quarterfinals. I think it's the right time for our coach to be ready for an adjustment if those formations are being read out from top to bottom.
Yes, definitely. Most teams really do understand when teams play the 4-3-3 formation. So anytime you play ball yourself, if you are playing football against a team that is not using 4-3-3 formation, it's difficult for you to understand it. It's very difficult. So if they actually understudy the formation that the Super Eagles are actually playing 3-4-3 and create a master plan,
they should be able to mark us out.
Anyhow they do it,
if we
they'll try to mark us out.
Yeah.
If they try to mark us out, it means they need to choke their midfield.
Yeah.
If they're choking their midfield, which means somewhere will be open. Yeah. So we also need to actually exploit any open wings that we can find. But that still boils down to what you said. We need to be clinical and take on our chances when we see it. No room for errors. No, zero errors. Not the ones that Osimhen will have one-on-one and throw it over the bar and expect that the one-on-one is going to come again. He should learn lessons from what has happened so far because he gets one-on-ones at maximum 2 if he's very lucky per game. The max he can get is 1 per game.
Exactly.
So when he gets that one, utilize it.
And just like you said, you talking about the formation earlier with South Africa. If watch the game they played here, it's going to be the midfield is going to be choked because if you watch even his current formation I'm seeing here, you will see what they played. Have a look. You see what they played?
4-2-3-1.
Now
4-2-3-1 is very choky.
Now
Because the left midfield and the right midfield
so
as well.
it's going to be a very difficult. So if they could play this against a formation of just 4-3-3, and for us, and with this formation, if it worked out very well, those three defenders, our three defenders, we don't even need to move because they will choke them. They have more numbers.
But I still know that most of the players in South African team, they play for Mamelodi Sundowns. They are all local players.
So I don't like when you call this. See what local boy have done. Look at what this guy have done. Nobody has kept any penalty in this tournament, but he had.
I wish they would play penalties against Nigeria, or they would have played against Senegal. Then have you seen the way those Senegal boys play?
They are really good. They are good.
So let's just keep that aside, and on Wednesday we are going to see who is going to be the best man.
Okay, but you still take for
the
scoreline.
In terms of scoreline, I'm maximum 2-0. South African will never see the post.
All right, if I'm to give based on what we're playing, it's still 1-0.
Yeah, that's why I said maximum 2-0. We're not here to play fancy football.
Coach will say, just get one. He said no.
We're not here to play fancy football. I keep saying it. Now fancy football will not win you trophy. Score goal, defend your back post. Simple.
Okay, this is what we have is a wrap today in match day 17, and I'm all smiles today because we are now waiting for semi-finals. And Nigeria and South Africa will really going to be a talk of the town as the battle for Amapiano intensifies. I am your host, Insonet Uche, and with me here is
EKY. It's always a pleasure to be here.
We'll see you on Wednesday. Have a wonderful night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.